What do you think about when you reach for a pack of treats on sale? When you are about to write a note? Or when you are about to start lunch? These simple tasks might not seem like a big deal, unless you're a left-handed person who was retrained to use the right hand and now feels confused about which hand to use. Did you know that being left-handed wasn't always seen as a quirky trait, dandelions? Long ago, it carried deep symbolism, and not always the good kind. What do I know? Well, I'm left-handed. I write with my left hand, draw with my left hand, and open doors with my left hand. Everything you do with your right hand, I do with my left, and it feels completely normal to me. However, we are here not to judge yet, but to discover the history and perceptions surrounding left-handedness in Slavic culture. Do you remember the episode on the words yav, nav, and prav, dandelions? The root prav used in the adjective pravy means right, good, and proper in Cyrillic. Naturally, the opposite adjective levy, meaning left, took on negative connotations. For example, the phrase ходить налево, which translates to going left, means cheating. Левый заработок, meaning left earnings, refers to illegal income. The adjective levый, aka left, could also refer to questionable quality items. In politics, levый means a person with socialistic or anarchistic views. In older Slavic languages, the left hand was called šuica, and from it the word šuistvo was formed, meaning false, wrong, or a lie. The Slavs called the heaven prav, so everything good was associated with the right side. Its antipode was Chernobog, the god of darkness, whom I've covered before on this channel. Left-handed people were often labeled as messengers of Chernobog, or witches with supernatural abilities granted by the dark god. As you can imagine, this stigma made left-handed people outcasts in their villages. Who would be eager to befriend an evil sorceress? But surely things had to change with the arrival of Christianity and its emphasis on love and equality, right? Going Christian mode didn't make things brighter for left-handed people. In churches, you're expected to cross yourself with your right hand, the proper hand. Using your left hand to touch candles or sacred items was seen as a moral crime. Even the Bible takes a stance. Ecclesiastes 10:2 states, "The heart of the wise inclines to the right, but the heart of the fool to the left." Here, the right symbolizes wisdom and righteousness, while the left represents foolishness and deviation from truth. Peter the Great even issued a decree forbidding left-handed people from serving as a court witness. Can you imagine, dandelions? The tale of cross-eyed lefty from Tula and the Steel Flea by Nikolai Leskov was published in 1881. This is a story of a left-handed arms craftsman from the city of Tula who outperformed his English colleagues by providing a clockwork steel flea they had made with horseshoes and inscriptions on them. The story says that when the emperor purchased the steel flea from English craftsmen, he tasked his servant Platov to find local talent to exceed the foreign achievement. When the unknown left-handed master from Tula finished the work and showed it to the emperor, Platov beat him and wouldn't listen to the instructions properly to look at the microscope to see the changes. He assumed they broke this high-tech English toy with no patience or respect whatsoever. This story has a sad ending because the left-handed master ended up being robbed and passed away from injury with no protection or privileges. What a big thanks for protecting the country's international reputation. The moral of the story is no to sacrifice. It, however, sparked a shift since the unknown master became a national hero. left-handedness came to be associated with exceptional skill, and the term lefty became a compliment. In 1964, Soviet director Ivan Petrovich Ivanov-Vano adapted Leskov's story into the animated film Lefty, further cementing its cultural impact. In the Soviet Union, retraining left-handed individuals in schools and homes was common. It was believed that left-handed children would have an easier time using everyday tools built for the right hand. Also, people were supposed to be just like everyone else, and using a different hand for daily tasks didn't fit that concept. Mostly, children wanted to switch to the right hand on their own, because the school desks in the Soviet Union were meant for 2 students, and you had to write with ink pens and use this thing to dry the ink. The elbows, the mess, the nightmare. However, there were cases of being beaten with a ruler by a teacher if you didn't use the proper hand. Motivating left-handed people to use their right hand was done in passive-aggressive form. This attitude was reflected in children's literature, like Agnia Bartos' poem. Yes, it is a children's book. Yes, it openly mocks a left-handed child. My grandmother was retrained to write with her right hand, and still does, though I've heard that retrained lefties instinctively use their left hand for other tasks. Good news are, in 1985, the Ministry of Health of the USSR and in 1986, the Ministry of Education of the USSR adopted official documents in defense of left-handed writing and health protection of left-handed children in the USSR, and this policy fortunately transitioned to 21st century. Nowadays, the perception of left-handedness shifted to positive. I was never retrained as a child and have used my lovely left hand all my life. Teachers in school even told me I must be talented because I'm left-handed, which I obviously am, but I don't think my creative abilities are linked solely to my left hand. I'm talented no matter which hand I use. It was studied that retraining left-handed people affects health and disrupts natural brain process, as handedness is tied to brain lateralization, where each hemisphere specializes in specific functions. This force shift creates cognitive overload, confusion in neural networks, and slower performance, leading to frustration. And psychologically, it can cause anxiety, low self-esteem, and a sense of inadequacy, especially in children who might feel their natural tendencies are wrong. It all can increase the risk of depression, suppress creativity, and lead to difficulties distinguishing left from right. So, the practice of retraining left-handed kids goes much deeper than it might seem. Fortunately, no additional anxiety for me. I already have plenty. In 1984, UNESCO introduced International Left-Handers Day on August 13th, a professional holiday for us lefties. Now it is time for a wall of fame of exceptional Slavic left-handed people. Sergei Rachmaninov, Ivan Pavlov, Nikola Tesla, and bonus, Leo Tolstoy was equally good with both hands. And if you still feel that left hand is a wrong dirty hand, first of all, something dirty. No matter where you watch my video from, I'm sure your local store has a soap. Wash your hands and have some peace of mind. It is 21st century after all. We shouldn't discriminate on people's physical ability to use the left hand. Don't be a jerk. Be kinder to others. What are your experiences with left-handedness, dandelions? Have you or someone you know faced challenges because of it? Share in the comments. I would love to hear your stories.